how Zeta Division got the early starts in both of their halves on Haven. It was down to really clean pistol round, bonus round executes. They're going to start on the attack here. Which team can start and set the tempo early?
Such a narrow angle being held by Ye. The flash pushes him away for but a moment, but Laz wins it out. The head-to-head battle, it goes his way. Now the boombot sent straight through into the back of the site. FNS forced to swing as well. He knows that boombot's going to be connecting at some point, and there it is, into the nade. Bit of a wombo combo for them. Zeta Division just taking out all the opposition. As I say that, Crashes comes through, but a close one.
Done here, left for Zeta. And here's a lot of aggression from OPTIC, kicking things off. Not going for a force buy, but just trying to take some of that space early.
Yeah, the kind of plays you need to be worried about. That explosion of utility, the flashes, the stuns, quick little slide through from Victor, but they do well to shut it down. Only losing depth in the process.
And we're going to see Victor playing Neon for the entirety of this map, obviously, and a lot of the other maps in this series. Victor put up a pretty decent performance on Haven too, and he's a crucial element in 3 of the maps of this pool. They are 6-1 OPTIC when he plays Neon. When they play Neon comps, they're 6-1. They're 4-4 in the rest of the maps.
Yeah, it's pretty pivotal, I think, that Victor is on that role. You know, it's nice and comfortable for him when he's playing the Neon. They have a lot of set play strategies to support him as well, compared to when he plays, for example, like the KO, and he's having to supplement plays from other players on his team.
Definitely.
It's evident that he's way more comfortable when he's playing that Neon role.
So this means for Zeta too that you're starting an uphill battle. You had a great opportunity to close out map 1, and it slipped away from you. They have to make sure that they capitalize on these advantages.
As well, just trying to take contact on the other side of things, but I'm going to try and take dish control with the player advantage that they've got as well, just swarming it. But did they anticipate this angle? Yeah, he does play up here often.
Yeah, particularly when he has the tour de force available. 10 looks like he's cautious of it. Little jiggle peek.
Yeah, jiggle peek, he is.
Baits out the shot.
Really worried about it. I mean, again, I think that's just a showcase of prep.
Yeah, really good awareness. They're going to know that the trademark's up here to the top right as well. That gets broken. And Zeta Division are actually exploring a little towards arcade here too. This might be a bit of a fake, trying to make some noise, still explode through dish. And sound baiting there from 10. He makes the noise to run away, and that gives FNS the feeling that they're heading towards B, but the spike is still there at dish. These tiny little things, the mind games playing between these two.
A little tap there of the orb as well, trying to bait some aggression from OPTIC. The jiggle peek, Crashies is going to spot a couple of players, but the goal for Zeta Division, you can see, working their way back onto A. This is where they want to end.
I really like the way that they've played the map here, but I think FNS has the read on it. He's starting to lean back at A. There's 3 players from OPTIC here, and 10 gets taken out before he can use his ult.
Yeah, shut down almost immediately there. Wonderful. Wonderful opening there from Ye. Critical target for it. It's up to Laz to see if he can create some magic in the halls, but not able to get control. So now with only 10 seconds remaining, just a quick burst onto the side to see desperation from Zeta Division if they can try and get that plant down, but with the spike hitting the deck, unlikely for them. OPTIC too disciplined in terms of the comeback.
But you can't pull that off every map. You can't always be starting down in the rounds, in the first kills.
There.
Bit of a maneuver as well. Fire coming through. That's the showstopper 10. Explosive in his approach towards it, but the flash just pushes him away, forces him to let rip the rocket a little bit earlier than he was anticipating, maybe. But he does gain control the top of tower. Has to respect the stun though, but now looks like OPTIC might be setting up for a fast little disruption play, possibly to take away that tower control. Yeah, he's just underneath the tunnel. He finds it, crashes with another. The Rolling Thunder to push back. This is Zeta Division. Their own little play to try and regain a bit of control onto the map through arcade, but I think it might be too little too late.
Yeah, they're just stuck in tower, getting pushed back. Marv's just covering and sticking to the fuse. Gorgeous play. What is that from Ye?
Yeah, one of the things that makes OPTIC such a danger, I think, to go up against is that you can do the prep, the legwork, try and counter-strat them to a degree, but when Ye has those Ye moments, he will just open things up for OPTIC. One of those players that they can rely on to just open up a round here and there. And Zeta Division now on the half buy, they're making No attempts to try and hide their presence up towards Dish, just taking the control slightly. Laz looking for an opportunity maybe to take somebody's head off.
Here.
The chamber v chamber fight. They have a good idea of which angles Ye likes to hide. Both looking at each other.
Troy, quick little tap, Yay, doesn't quite get it. Laz as well, the exchange of fire to flick around, but no. Crosshair placement, not there for them. That's a good return. Crash is falling. If they can get into tower, it's going to be a rifle for Zeta Division, but...
And it should be a free plant as well. Crashies went down there. That gets his non-command online, but he's not alive to use it.
Nade as well. Not bad to try and push them back for but a moment. So the players, yeah, they're going to be able to get into position here, but they are taking so much damage.
It's Crow that has the spike, and he's full HP. Going to be able to get a plant down in the corner thanks to Dep's wall, which pops up. But Marv, we've seen him in this position before.
What a flick. Fault line into the back is into the corner. Zeta Division, only the 2 players left alive. The swing, no one really there with the rest of him. The weaponry, doesn't really matter if the players are covering themselves in this manner. Still Victor runs his way around. A beautiful stun that connects right where he needed it to. He's able to make it just that little bit less dangerous for his team as they put another one on the board.
Victor's utility usage has become excellent on Neon. He's one of the only people that's put serious time into learning it. And there's 10 moving fast. Victor responds, assassinates him, and again uses the stun to separate 10 from the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Isolates the kill, shoots him in the back of the head, execution style. You're gone.
And nobody can follow up from Zeta Division. The re-clear, it's actually the double swing off the back of the flash. Nasty little play. They're still cautious though of this corner. That was where Victor was hiding. He's repositioned now, yeah, straight into the back of this site.
It's a 4v4 and Zeta are actually closer to being able to put off a full exec.
Rolling thunder, okay.
Victor's going to get caught by this, but he's in such a ratty corner.
Yeah. Still Laz. Good swing as well, just to spot out that one player. Crow at the bottom here, anticipating that there might be somebody trying to play outside of the smoke. It is a fast play. It's the retake straight through halls. Optic, they want to give up control of this one. Flash over the top. FNS Crashies, I should say, putting that one into the lab.
Here comes the no command.
Yeah, now the no command is going to set this one up nicely if Optics can just find a couple more picks. He has crossed the ropes. He's got to catch his timing. He's got to hurry up, but luckily Crow is consistent at it. Locking it down with the anchor plays, him and Depp. This crossfire is so difficult now for Marv to deal with. He's going to be shut down. 3-3.
The null.
Another one on the board. For them, Depp with that lineup as well. That's a lot of early aggression.
Double operator, Brent.
Both teams going to be clashing. The double operator in play.
Spike down B.
Victor with the neon op. Goes down early at the beginning of this round, and there's a rolling thunder straight into spawn. They're really trying to push them here.
It's a bit disjointed though from the side of Optic.
An incredibly unusual approach to this defensive round.
They really didn't get any value from it.
An aggressive double op setup where you're using rolling thunder to stop the arcade pressure. I mean, super strange. A minute on the clock, Zeta is super happy to just slow this down, freeze the round a little bit. But if they peek here and contact into Ye's operator, they're gonna go down.
Teleport's ready.
Okay. Smoke put up, put down. Just trying to bait something. Maybe somebody trying to reposition. Completely slow it down. Now, Optic are sitting pretty comfy in the understanding that this is the B hit. At least leaning towards it. Mainly because of that trademark that's sitting in halls. Hasn't been broken. It's in such a deep position. It's giving them constant information for Optic to work off of FNS
30
making
seconds
calls.
left.
But they're running straight into it now.
Yep, trademark going to be broken immediately. What's the response? Optic start flooding through
What a
spawn,
timing.
and that opens up Sugar Zero to backstab Crashies. Everything on FNS here.
He's got to hold this one. He's got to try and lock it down. That is amazing timing. The orbital strike, it cuts them up into twain. Time running low, and Marv just swings through for 4. That is ridiculous. Sugar Zero left alone on the lurk, but what the hell can they even do? So far away from the spike, Marv realizes it's done. Yeah, whether or not that was on the fly or pre-planned in the round as well from the way it was going, but it matters not, because it puts another one for Optic. This is very interesting in terms of the bridge aggression of Optic as well. They actually went for a very deep clear at the top of the map.
They found my trap.
Players have already got a ton of information, so they know now Zeta Division are leaning towards either halls or that tree control area. Okay, with this pixel angle, and he's got his rendezvous up top as well. The guy is safe with a south flash there. I think Crashies just sent that one through, but still sound for now.
Victor used his ultimate at the beginning of the round. He's just making sure that there's no pushback over towards tree. So everybody on the rest of OPTIC, they're sitting pretty. They know this is going to be an A hit.
Gotta be cautious. Gotta be worried. Still have not pushed Ye off this one angle. He didn't take his rendezvous back. He's still up there. And with time being cut here, it feels like ZETA Division is trying to obfuscate it. That's a great fault line, though. Cuts them up, but still Marv is able to cover it just in time. Still, Shugazera swinging through the smoke. He's able to get two. Laz,
30 seconds
last player
left.
standing for them. Not much time left, and with the spike just out in the open.
Teleport's ready.
What a task he has.
Crashies makes it utterly impossible for him. They're not going to have the economy here as we head into round 9.
I'm curious if they're going to be trying to find anything quirky, something cute to pull out. Plenty of ultimates if they wanted to try and combo something for ZETA Division to steal away around when the economy isn't too strong. They've been no strangers to it in the past. They're willing to commit ultimates into rounds like that, but look at this again. Victor slides across, supplemented with the stun. That utility that's being provided from the back there. FNS sending it all the way through.
But Victor didn't see anything, and now they think it's clear. So ZETA have an excellent timing here to just sneak into Arcade. The pop flash re-clears.
That's immense. Swing timing. Oh, Crow does take out Crashies. Victor though still going to be staying anchored into that top nest position. It's being taken though. He doesn't actually realize it around the corner. It's a bit of a whiff on either side. The orbital strike is enough to close it out though. Marv says, I've got you, fam.
And Dead goes flying out the window.
Down. Shots being whiffed all over the bloody shot right now. The quick push through. Laz! Is anybody really going to be dealing with this guy? Now it's up to Ye. Has the operator, but retaking with it. Not an ideal situation. Maybe he can find a rifle, but still, this is Ye we're talking about.
Whenever Ye is left in these situations, though, he's always on the rotate, always in an unwinnable position where he doesn't have great info.
Flash. Gives Ye a bit of info. He knows that there's a player playing in that pocket, but is he going to clear this? It looks like he's realizing it just round the corner. Slight tiptoe, but the thrifty round for ZETA Division.
I think it just comes down to whether ZETA have the timing to be able to get back into areas.
Yeah.
If OPTIC clear an area out, can you survive? Can you remain hidden? And can you re-clear? Those are all really difficult things to get right.
Fault line. Gets onto it. Flash to push through. 10. Rifle in hand after shot just to push him off to the side. He is so low here, but he has his team to back him up. Running right around the corner, but they are running into these OPTIC players. The pistols in hand. Doesn't really matter. They've taken so much damage in the process. A quick little spray and sidestep 10, removing FNS from it.
Just buy time here for Victor. That's the game plan for Crashies coming around behind.
The flash, oh, a little bit of a whiff comes through, but he just about salvages
down
it.
A.
The spray control is there, and with the spike down now, a minute on the clock. There's a cute little Viper spit to try and cut them up from the spawn side, but they just did not anticipate that quick flank that was being played by OPTIC.
And Ye and Victor have a great anti-clutch setup right now until Depp opens the door. If he goes for it, he's taking a massive gamble. But from our point of view, you could tell it works, and he doesn't go for it. He tries to keep his Viper's pit alive, and they're going to double swing this. Who comes out on top?
Down to the reaction times for the players. They line up for it. Softened up there.
Just swings so far back in the other direction. Back-to-back 50 rounds won. And OPTIC now commanding control of the half.
ZETA were able to afford a couple of rifles, but it's not much to work with. This deep smoke in halls from OPTIC as well just pushes away any early attempts of ZETA to get control of that one area of the map.
Crashies has the null command here, but he's very deep on the B site. It feels like they're anticipating a breach or raise ult execute on B here. Little fault line into the aftershock. Keeps people back a little.
Now the noise they're making, it's pulled Marv over towards this side of the map. Be aware that Ye is just holding that angle through. Still the players flooding now. Into sand Marv, he might be able to get an immaculate timing.
Crashies.
He's holding
Crashies is
his
booking it over with his null command.
And there we go. As soon as that play comes through, they can hear the footsteps running through. FNS just tries to hold the slight angle, but they're just dropping out away from it. Ye not able to just hold down that one angle. In fact, I'm pretty sure he rendezvoused back, just not in time for them. And they only had 2 rifles to work with, Josh.
30 seconds left.
Back to back to back, thrifty rounds being won. Nobody can convert when they have rifles on board. And OPTIC knew what was going on. They just weren't ready for the aggression. The timings that ZETA have been able to find are really pushing them outside of what OPTIC are expecting. Victor's just going to save this one by the look of it, even though the economy's in a decent position. This is rattling back and forth.
So much money for him. Still making a decision to do it, though.
And honestly, ZETA didn't even use any massive tools that they had at their disposal. They still have the Rolling Thunder, still have that Raze ultimate to be able to work with in the future rounds to try and tie this one up at the half. Neither team willing to give an inch to their opponents. No round is safe.
Yeah, I think what's been showcased for both
We've put them down here, but they've battled back. Both shown grit, resilience to get to this spot. And you can see it in the gameplay. They just refuse to lose.
Yeah, he pops it. Tour de force to hold down Halls. It's a good knife.
Can't use that.
That's once more information gathered. Say they're going for that classic just cut of it as well, making sure that they obfuscate any sort of push that's coming through. That's an attempt by OPTIC. You can see Crashies, he actually pop flash from the top there. Different elevations. Victor has to back though. Getting caught by that flash. The counter utility. This time though, 10 pops off the ult, didn't spot the player. He's been pushed back by all of it coming his way. Still the rocket in hand. It just goes against the wall, but Crashies is low. Now the nade into the corner. Wants the angle. 47 health to his name once more. It's not gone well for ZETA Division here in the final round of the half. Players will have to come up with some huge moments if they want to try and win this one, and this might be it. Depp, he pushes through the smoke. Yado watching that angle, the tour de force just about spots Crow's leg. Now, why not? Rolling Thunder gets expended. Pushes them away from it. Victor just runs away, sprints away, and they've got the crossfire set up.
Now the script's flipped. Looks like a bridge crunch here for ZETA Division on their pistol. Looking at the north of the map. You got a boombot heading out. It's kind of slow paced. It seems like they were really waiting for that ghost noise to start the pinch on Marv. And he's out of there.
They're going to be able to catch the timing. The angle, no way! Whoa. 10 just rips across the screen and eventually finds it, but it's the response that's there. Instantaneous from OPTIC. They realize they can take all of this space. They're going to have this site now under their control. FNS making the call as well to try and work their way into their spawn off the back of his flash.
Spike planted.
They're going to run into the trademarks here, doubled up in spawn, so they know that there's a serious flank going on. Depp is getting pressured here. There's a Depp battle against Victor over here.
And Victor wins it.
And Depp, he had a great map at 1, but this map 2 on Viper has not been going his way, and now Victor's just unleashed back into A-Link.
Pressure being applied now with the nade sent through. Crashies, he is being spammed up top. It's a great flash to try and push back the aggression, the approach that's coming out their way. The fault line from FNS as well does a decent job, but now the double swing pistols the time. Running low, the right clicks FNS. He can't quite find it, but is it still going to be enough for them? For ZETA Division, the answer's going to be a resounding no.
And that's what this map is about, setting the Neon up for success. They're going to go for a B exec over towards Arcade, but they're one player down already.
If they've done their homework, they should know. With Ye just lurking towards that bottom area of the map. That pickoff is massive, but they got to anticipate this. Still OPTIC. With the noise cut, Victor sends in the stun as well right into the back, gets more information for them. The better weapons in hand. Or 10 has to make a quick decision to try and focus one of the targets down. Only gets FNS.
This round very quickly dealt with by OPTIC.
Amazing for OPTIC so far.
Yeah, large lead.
Converting this. Detrimental to ZETA Division.
Ooh, Victor's got
a bit of a whiff there on the fast lane. They do that setup all the time.
But he failed it.
He did.
That was supposed to be a
wall.
fake. It was supposed to be a fake, and now it's utterly ineffective because Victor doesn't hit the wall.
They are going to immediately take space off of it. Walking. Quiet now. Just seeing how much they can take away from ZETA Division without them realizing. 10's holding this off angle. He has no real support other than himself.
Victor with his silent little dash beats, seeing if he can get some information. 10's going to get challenged here.
Straight through. That's going to be the flash as well, just to support him. That came from the back. I believe that was Crow as soon as the door opened. Holding onto the snake bite. 45 seconds in the round, still the noise being cut. But now it's about to get much more heated for them. Swinging straight through the door. Marv wins it out. Bulldog in hand. They still Finding it difficult to try and push and take space onto this side, but a flick of the wrist. I mean, how does he do it? Taking out players. Sugar0 desperate to hold onto any sort of control, just playing, weaving in and out of the smoke. And Laz, well, he's going to support him as well, making sure that he can't be pressured from that one side.
Sugar0 with the trade, pushing down into a 1v1, and Victor with a flick takes down a ZETA for them as they see OPTIC so close to being able to put another map on the board. Victor just spraying into the smoke, takes out Sugar0. You know that Sugar0 likes to make those kind of plays. He's been such a smoke criminal over the course of the tournament. But for that to work so perfectly, Victor baits out the raise nade as well, and they're pivoting fast over to A. They are faking this B execute and taking A. This is the adaptation that OPTIC have coming into this half. They're 2 steps ahead.
The layers upon layers that FNS is applying as well, making these calls still. That spam just straight through the smoke. 10, the common plant location. See if he can just connect it onto anybody else, but he finds another one. Should theoretically be in safe hands with OPTIC, working with all of these guns, but Laz has popped his ultimate, still now the final player left standing. Already rattled off 2 bullets from the tour de force. Much more to work with.
Yeah, look at the peek here as well.
Beautiful flick. Not much left in the tank though. Has to use the headhunter now as he works his way around. Now the players are weak. FNS, the jiggle peek. He knows it's around this corner. Holding the utility. Laz comes through. The aftershock, is that too high? He missed. He's whiffed it. Sticking it in the process though, but Victor salvages it.
Are we going to witness another insane comeback? Can OPTIC close things out here?
Such a hard ask for them, I think. You see Victor again to practice stuns as well, just to whittle their way around either side of dish. Quick control being taken.
OPTIC had some fantastic plays around this area of the map to dismantle Loud previously. And Marv is just working his way in the tunnel here too. A huge amount of ultimates to be able to be used for OPTIC. Clearing out Arcade with diligence, but also without making any noise. So Ye and Marv have cleared this area. They know that there's been no aggressive push, and the spike starts to come back. This is probably going to be a B split.
Laz is going to be so important to try and shut down this approach.
I think Victor's going to fake again. This is, again, the same kind of game plan.
That's why Laz is important, holding the operator on top of generator. Yay. Smoke just over the top. Is there an angle for it? A flash, and he finds it. One of the marks found, but he knows that now Arcade has been compromised. Still, with enough time in the clock, they are instantly pivoting because look at the A site.
And Marv goes down. This is a 3v5, but I've seen OPTIC win these before. I'm not counting them out by any means. ZETA Division have full control over B, but there goes the spike, OPTIC. FNS for couriering this over. Gets the plant down, that's his Rolling Thunder online. All 3 players from OPTIC have their ults available, and Crashes finds a pick on maybe the most important player.
It's incredibly heads up as well, just to try and catch that lurk timing. Knowing he could do it, and now he regroups. They have to clear this through. They have to do it well. Victor just gets dashed through. He just wants straight past it. The showstopper gets nothing done. And OPTIC, you said they've done it before, Josh, in the 3v5. Right now, they've already taken out so many members of ZETA Division. One step closer, potentially. The round just looks almost secured.
The fast lane even saved until the very end. And yeah, Crow, Laz, they call it off. They're going to allow OPTIC to get up to map point here. Fracture slipping away from them. Not the same level of comeback that we saw in Haven at all. OPTIC
claw their way back into this one.
Let's play.
They've got a couple of rifles, Spectre in hand. Ultimates, of course, but
is this going to be the only time they actually run the B exec?
I mean, it seems like it might be. The final blow is what they're aiming for. Nade straight over the top, but the timing that Sugar0 is trying to take, just trying to weave his way again through all this utility. It matters not. OPTIC with an amazing advantage. With Sugar0 and Laz falling, it's all up to just Deb, Crow, 10 and 10 just jiggle peeking around, does not anticipate it. FNS, slight whiff from him. Marv commits the orbital strike. It pushes all the players straight into them.
Attacker.